I have always been fascinated by the stars. Even as a child, I would lie on the grass and watch the night sky feeling both dwarfed and connected at the same time. That mixture of awe and curiosity has guided my life through years of studying computer engineering, AI, and astrophysics, through research and through creative projects that bridge data, imagination, and understanding. In 2024, I published my first book, The Cosmos Quest for Alien Life Forms. At that time, the research and search for life beyond Earth was still largely framed as a matter of if. We looked up at the stars and imagined possibilities, but the evidence was tantalizingly sparse. I wrote that book as both a scientific exploration and a personal journey, trying to make sense of the universe with the tools and data available at the time. Since then, the landscape has shifted in ways that are both exhilarating and humbling. Today, we know of over 6,100 confirmed exoplanets, each a world with its own orbit, climate, and potential for life. Instruments like the James Webb Space Telescope are now revealing the chemical compositions of distant atmospheres, providing hints about oceans, clouds, and environmental conditions that might support life. Even environments on Earth once thought inhospitable, such as the abyssal depths where dark oxygen is produced by microbes, have reshaped our understanding of where life can exist. These discoveries have led me to profound realization. Life is not merely a rare miracle of Earth. It may emerge wherever conditions allow. Cosmos Revealed is the continuation of that journey. It's not just a catalog of planets or a summary of discoveries. It's a guide to the profound shift in perspective that occurs when humanity begins to see itself as a part of a vast, dynamic, and interconnected universe. This is the era in which we are learning not only how to detect life elsewhere, but also how to ask the right questions about what life, intelligence, and consciousness really mean. As a researcher at the intersection of AI and digital architecture, I have witnessed firsthand how modern tools are transforming the search for life. The traditional idea of listening for a single radio signal has evolved into a data-driven exploration of the cosmos. AI-assisted surveys can now scan thousands of stars and analyze planetary atmospheres far faster than any human team could. These tools allow us to detect subtle chemical patterns, anomalies, and signatures that could indicate the presence of life, even microbial life, across distant worlds. The search is no longer a needle in a haystack problem. It's a challenge of managing and interpreting a vast data at an unprecedented scale. Yet this book is not only about technology and observation. It's about the human questions that arise when we face the possibility of life beyond our planet. How should we prepare intellectually and ethically for such discoveries? How might humanity's philosophies, religions, and social systems adapt? What responsibilities do we carry as explorers and observers of the universe? These are not idle questions. They're the questions of our era, and they will shape the way we understand ourselves in the context of a cosmos that may be reached with life. Throughout Cosmos Revealed, I take you from the microscopic to the cosmic, exploring the chemistry of life on Earth and the conditions of distant worlds. We examine planets drifting through interstellar space, worlds with hydrogen rich oceans, and planets orbiting multiple stars with exotic climates. We explore how energy from stellar radiation, forces, and other planetary phenomena can create pockets of habitability. Each chapter is designed to expand your imagination, grounded in current science and observational evidence, and to show how life might emerge in ways both familiar and entirely alien. I also explore the ethical and philosophical dimensions of discovery. When we confront the reality that life might exist elsewhere, we are forced to consider fundamental questions about identity, intelligence, and responsibility. How do we communicate with or study life without imposing our biases? How do we maintain scientific rigor while nurturing wonder and curiosity? And how do we, as a species, prepare for the psychological impact of realizing we are not alone? From studying dark oxygen in the abyssal oceans of Earth to observing the chemical fingerprints of exoplanets thousands of light years away, I invite you to join me in thinking at the scale of the universe itself. This is a journey that spans telescopes, AI algorithms, planetary atmospheres, and human reflection. It's a journey that reminds us that discovery is both a scientific and deeply human endeavor. I want this book to be a bridge between the data and the imagination. Each chapter builds on the one before, moving from what we can measure to what we can infer, from the known to the possible, and from the personal to the universal. It's a story about curiosity, rigor, and responsibility, a guide for anyone who wants to engage with the cosmos with both wonder and discernment. As I reflect on the years since the cosmos quest for alien life forms, I'm struck by how much has changed and how much remains unknown. The universe is not a silent void. It's a laboratory, a vast field of questions, possibilities, and patterns waiting for us to observe, analyze, and understand. And we are no longer passive observers. We are participants in this cosmic experiment, learning to ask better questions, interpret the evidence more rigorously, and consider the ethical dimensions of our discoveries. We are no longer just looking for ghosts in the stars. We are learning how to recognize signs of life, understand the conditions that make it possible, and prepare ourselves intellectually, ethically, and emotionally for the discoveries that await. This is a journey I invite you to take with me. Together, we will explore what it truly means to be part of a universe that is alive with possibility and what it means to be human in the process. Welcome to the new era of the cosmos. The adventure is just beginning.